Tonight, we're gonna read the book The Smartest Giant in Town by Julia Donaldson and Alex Kifler. The Smartest Giant in Town, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Alex Kifler. Okay, are you ready, Tom Tom?
Yes.
Okay, let's read the book. George was a giant, the scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old patch-up gown. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. Oh no, he's so sad. Look at his face. He's so very, very sad.
Mommy, I want the aircon.
Not aircon. We're not gonna have aircon. Only fan because it's rainy. But one day, George noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes. So he bought a shirt, a smart pair of trousers, a smart belt, a smart stripy tie,
And a pair of
some smart
shiny
of socks with diamond up the side, a pair of smart shiny shoes. Now I'm the smartest giant in town, he said proudly to himself. Wow, he looks smart, doesn't he? Yeah,
And the last. Where will they
he's smart
change?
now. So
And
George
sad.
left his old clothes behind the shop. Yeah, they're sad. Let's see. We know while we read, we'll see why they're sad. George left his old clothes behind the shop. He was about to go home when he heard the sound. On the pavement stood a giant.
Close the
Dala ka niyo.
door.
On the pavement stood a giraffe who was sniffling sadly. Oh no! He's sniffling. He got the sniffles or maybe a cold. What's the matter? Asked George. It's my neck, said the giraffe. It's so very long and so very cold. I'm not finished reading yet, Tom. I wish I had a long, warm scarf around my neck, the giraffe said. And George felt bad about the giraffe. So he said, cheer up, said George. He took off his stripy tie. It didn't match my sock anyway. It's quite a bit
Mommy,
shiny.
that's me.
Yeah, that's you. You're a rabbit. It didn't match my sock anyway, he said.
Me.
Wait, as he wound it around and around the giraffe neck.
Mommy, we have the chicken.
Yeah, it made a wonderful scarf. What did the giraffe said? Thank you, said the giraffe. George was a very nice, very kind man. Giant, I mean. As George strode towards home, he sang to himself, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town. Okay, the next page.
I hurt.
George came to a river. On the boat, a goat was bleating loudly. Meh, meh. Oh no! Meh. What's the matter? Asked George. It's my sail, said the goat. It's blew away in the storm. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat. Oh no, he looked so sad. Cheer up, said George. He took off his new white shirt. It kept coming untucked anyway, he said. As he tied it up to the mast of the goat's boat, it made a magnificent sail. Thank you, said the goat. George strode on, singing to himself, my tie is the scarf for the cold. What animal is the scarf for? For the cold giraffe. My shirt on the boat was a sail for the goat. But look at me, up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town. Tom, you're not listening to me. We're not gonna do red. No, you sit here. Oh my gosh, look what's next. Oh dear. George came to a tiny ruined house. It got burned. Beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. They were all squeaking and crying. And oh no, what's gonna happen to us when it's rain? We're gonna get wet. We're no house. Our house got burned. They're all squeaking and crying. What's the matter? Asked George. It's our house, our house. Squeaked the mother mouse. It burned down. Now we have nowhere to live. I wish we have a nice new house, said the mouse. Cheer up, said George. He took off one of his shiny shoes. It was giving him bluster anyway, he said. As the mouse and her baby scrambled inside, the shoes made a perfect home for them. Thank you, they squeaked. George had to hop along the road now, but he didn't mind. As he hopped, he sang to himself, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, the shirt on a boat is a sail for a goat, my shoe is a house for a little white mouse, but look at me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town. Tom, come here, Tom.
No.
Can you don't want to listen? I'm not gonna read anymore. Oh no, George came to a campsite.
Mommy,
And the wolf was crying. Oh no, look at the wolf. He looks so sad. What's the matter? Asked George. It's my sleeping bag, said the fox. Oh, sorry. It's a fox. I thought so. Wolf. It's my sleeping bag. I've got nowhere to sleep. I dropped it in the puddle. And I wish I had a warm, dry sleeping bag. Oh dear. Cheer up, said George. Took off one of his socks with a diamond up the side. It was tickling my toes anyway, he said. As the fox snuggled into it, it made a very fine sleeping bag. Thank you, said the fox. George hopped on, singing to himself, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt on the boat is a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look at me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town. Do you think you look smart? Without
No.
hopping with one foot? Without shirt?
No.
So you're not sure. George came to a big squelchy bog. Beside the bog stood a dog who was howling. Woo! Ahoo! Ahoo! What's the matter? Asked George. It's this bog, said the dog. I need to get across, but I keep getting stuck in my mud. I wish there was a safe dry path. Cheer up, said George. He took off his smart new belt. It was squashing my tummy, and anyway, he said, as he lay down over the bog, it made an excellent path. Thank you, said the dog. The wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself, my tie is for a cold giraffe. What's for? What else he gave? His shirt is for the goat, for the sail.
Then.
The shoe is for the house. For... Oh, sorry. Okay, next page. Oh my gosh! His trousers falling off! I can see his underpants.
Mommy.
My trousers are falling down. I'm the coldest giant in town. Suddenly George felt sad, shivery, and not at all smart. He stood on one foot, and though I'll have to go back to the shop, I'll buy some more clothes. He decided. He turned around and hopped all the way back to the shop. Oh no! It's falling down. Do you think he's smart?
No.
He doesn't look smart anymore when his pants is falling down. Oh dear, George was crying. He's really crying. But when he got there, it was closed. The shop was already closed. And oh no, George cried. He sank down onto the doorstep and a tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met on his way. Then out of the corner his eye,
Mommy, it's
he saw,
lying.
yeah, I
Mommy.
know, because he got no more clothes. He saw a bag with something familiar poking out at the top. George took a closer look. "My gown!" he yelled. "My dear old gown and sandal." George put them on. He felt wonderfully comfortable. "I'm the coziest giant in town," he cried, and he danced back home along the road. Outside his front door stood all the animals he had helped. They were carrying an enormous present. "Come on, George," they said. "Open it. We've got a present for you." George untied the ribbon. Inside was a beautiful golden paper crown and a card. "Look inside the card, George," said the animals. George put the crown on his head and opened the card. Inside it said, "You gave your scarf to a cold giraffe, your shirt on a boat as a sail for a goat, your shoe is a house for a little white mouse, one of your socks a bed for a fox, your belt helped the dog who was crossing a bog, so here is a very fine crown to go with your sandal and your gown of the kindest giant in town." The end.
Mommy, that's
Night night, George. You're the kindest giant in town. Does he share all his stuff? You say goodbye, friends.
to read this?
Say goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye,